Now, when I was having a chat with her earlier, she mentioned something like there is no way you do investments or plan to do savings if you're not making money. You actually need to make money to be able to make investments or saving in the first place. Someone who has not eaten or has not eaten well or is not well fed would literally not think about savings. Years ago, even as much as I wanted to save or do smart investments, I couldn't do that. Not because I didn't want to do it, but because my source of living or livelihood was not even enough to sustain me. So how would I even go into investment? I was receiving, okay, my first salary was about 25,000 naira. And by the time I deduct my tea fare from that amount, of course, you know that what I would have left sometimes is probably 4,000, 3,000. So is it that 4,000, 3,000 I want to save and invest? So it only makes sense for someone who is earning to be able to invest or join a savings scheme. Now, so that's why I'm here today. I just want to enlighten you on how you can land a remote job, and then you can now think of investing and saving. Now, 2026, this is not a prophecy. This is not me saying it's not going to be great or July. I studied economics, so I can tell you for a fact, looking at the analytics of the country, and tell you, okay, 2026 might be a bit difficult. So if you're going into 2026 with the same mindset you have in 2025, of course, yes, 2025 had is or is still 2025. So 2025 is still having a share of struggle, a whole lot of things that we cannot mention here. But then the bottom line is that you just need to get something going for you in 2026. So we are talking more about how you can enter 2026 with multiple streams of income, especially as a freelancer. Mind you, I am a freelancer. I help people also learn remote roles in tech, either in tech or whatever field you are, so basically to learn remote roles. Now, the major platform I push on at is Upwork. But before that, let me just go quickly into some little gist that you guys should know about. So you can please follow my page. This is Remote Madam. You can also follow this page. And then my website is remotemadam.com. That is where we go through registration in case you want to join the next cohort. Um, so basically, there are reasons why your 2026 must be different. Relying on, let's drop the slides. I like talking to people raw so that you can understand how it feels like. No business slides to speak with you. Now, listen up. 2025 is here, and we've seen everything in 2025. There's nobody that will tell me how 2025 is or not. We've all seen it. Now, the prices of things have increased. Commodities are extremely expensive. Inflation is in the town. And then 2026 is not going to be any different. It's not going to be better. That's the truth. We're going to have a high level of inflation again. We're going to have a high level of currency exchange. Naira would probably be devalued again. Probably, like I said, or should I use the word allegedly again? So this is the time when remote workers would have, let's say, a higher earning power. As much as yes, the economy might take the money from you as you are earning it, but let's not look at that direction. Since I'm not talking about economics right now, I'm talking about how to learn remote roles and how to make money in this same field. So in 2026, let's assume that the currency dollar moves from whatever it is right now is within the range of 1,450 to 1,005 as of today. So let's assume that in 2026, probably in January, because from December, January, there's always a high figure. Why? People are traveling out of the country, people are going for vacation, people are trying to change money, so people are going out for the first time. So there's always this hike. People need that currency at that period when they want to pay for their flights and their lives. So as a remote worker, let's say the exchange power now gets higher. Let's say you're able to exchange for like 192,000. For example, we had that in the middle of this year where exchange rate was 1918, 1850 and the likes for that currency. Sorry, I'm trying hard not to mention it. So let's assume at that point it goes higher, or even it is what it is right now. And then you are able to earn 5 per hour on a minimum. You're able to earn that per hour. Do you know how much that is if you calculate it together? So it's a whole lot of money. And of course, it can help you do smart investments and the likes. So In order to get a remote job, there are several things that you should think about and do. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me questions like, I do not know anything. How do I get a remote job? Now, the truth is, every one of you knows something, but you really might not know if you know that thing. I always tell my students, especially for the newbies who are just coming into the remote world, I tell them things like the smallest of skill, you have it. For example, let's use customer service as an example because it is a non-technical role in tech. Now, for a customer service agent, we literally do not need 1 million trainings to be able to fit into customer service role. A whole lot of us have done it before. You might not see it as that, but you've done it before. Now, I was telling someone that I said in 2009, I was selling fabrics. I used to go to Eco Market. Some of you might know Eco Market. I used to go to Eco Market. I'll pick fabrics, then I'll send them to Joss. I'll speak with my customers. I'll speak with designers. Now, that act of speaking with people, speaking with my suppliers, speaking with designers, speaking with customers that want to buy on retail, it's customer service. Forget this CEO thing. The fact that I am selling, or the fact that I'm trying to help someone buy my product, or help them make it easy for them to buy my product, I am a customer service agent. Like I said, leave the title of CEO. First, you're doing the job yourself. You're acting as the CEO, you're acting as the customer service agent, you're acting as the order fulfillment agent, you're acting as everything until it gets down to the final consumer. Every one of us have done something before. Some of you sold shoes, some of you sold lipstick, some of you are selling clothes, some of you are probably whatever it is. Even for someone who is, there's this stereotype, like you call them probably full-time housewives, which is also it is a job. Being a full-time housewife is also a job. So let's say you're doing that, for example, and then you have children. Obviously, you speak to your children's teachers, you speak with their lesson teachers, you speak with a whole lot of people daily. That is also customer service. The fact that you are the one that is buying, or someone is buying, or you are the one selling, it makes you a customer service agent. So there is literally nothing stopping you from entering into the remote world with the smallest of skill. The only thing you need is you need proper guidance. Let's say now you know that you already have that skill to be able to communicate with somebody. The next thing is, okay, what kind of tools would I learn as a customer service? I'm just using the customer service as an example. So that's the next part of it. Like, okay, what skill do I learn that also projects this? Now, in the remote world, we call it CRM. So you just go ahead, go to your chat GPT, go to Google. In fact, you literally do not, sometimes you can do it yourself without looking for guidance. Go to chat GPT and just write, I would like to be a customer service. I currently do not have experience. Can you tell me 5 tools that are trendy that customer service agents are using right now? It will give you a list. Once it gives you that list, go on YouTube, look for that tool. When you go on YouTube, you can just type this prompts like how to learn Zendesk as a beginner. If you check that, it's going to give you like loads of videos that you can watch. From that, you can learn step by step each of these skills. Immediately you learn them, make them into a portfolio. Now put them into your drive, put them into your website, put them into something that makes it visible where someone else wants to see. Post them on your social media pages. Of course, you need to watermark them so someone does not just speak your word. Watermark them, put them on social media. Let clients like push yourself so hard to the face of clients. Let them know that you know how to do this thing. That's the reason why you learned it, yeah? And then in freelancing, you are not shy. You're not shy to sell yourself. Everybody needs to know who you are. You need to like show that high level of confidence. So after you have this in your portfolio, the next thing you want to do is, okay, now that I know the skills that makes me a customer service agent, where are the places I can get these jobs? Go on ChatGPT again. Now, if you're a Nigerian, I believe my current crowd now is Nigerians. If you're a Nigerian, just go, okay, I am a Nigerian and I am looking for the best platforms that would help me as a freelancer get a job. Excuse me. Excuse me. If you type that on ChatGPT too, it's going to give you at least a list of top 5 or top 10. And trust me, Upwork is going to be one of them. If it gives you those platforms, register on all the platforms. As long as they support Nigeria, register on everything. Now, after you've registered, Take your time to look at the jobs. Mind you, we said earlier that you actually learn skills for customer service. So the next thing you want to do is create a profile for that customer service. Put it up there. Put a rate there. If your target is international clients, kudos to you because that's what I do. I do not target Nigerian clients. I target international clients. So put it up there. Showcase yourself. Next to that is do a video talking about yourself and your skill. Now I know that most of you would say, "Oh, but remote madam, I do not have the skill. I only learned it on YouTube, and after learning on YouTube, I just placed it there, so I cannot tell them that I have this social experience." The truth is, every white man that wants to hire you really does not care about the experience, the years of experience. I mean, the number. They care about your output. Sorry, I'm still with you. They care about your output. I'm just trying to see one message we have here. Okay, okay. All right, so let me reply to. So they care about your output, what you can do at the end of the day. So if you're someone who has learned Zendesk, it doesn't mean that it has to take you 3 months or 5 months or 1 year before you can feature in it. Just tell them, you can choose to be honest, saying, okay, I've learned this tool and I can use this tool well. That's a one way. Or you could say, I have used this tool before and I'm confident that I can use it for you again. That's another way. So when you do those kind of videos and then you send a good cover letter, you can also go on ChatGPT to generate a cover letter for you. But please, always edit. Do copy and paste for any client. Always edit because for someone who uses these AI tools regularly, I can spot when someone is using AI and I can spot when someone is not using it. So ensure that even if you're harnessing the power of technology, make sure that you still have that human feelings and touch with it. Make sure that you are editing it because clients will know. Then go through the reviews of the clients, pick up their names there, send a proposal to them, then wait for the response. It's as good as that. Now, I'm not going to say all I said in a few minutes now does not mean that it's very simple or it's very easy, but it actually means that with consistency, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you can get it done. You can actually get a job. Like I said earlier, I'll take only, okay, I've seen it. Okay, so I take only 1 week to land a remote job, just 1 week. Most times it's lesser than that. I apply probably within the night hours or midnight, sometimes very early in the morning. And within, I think, probably about 3, 4 proposals, then I've gotten my job. It's as simple as that. So, like I said in the beginning, all jobs are not for you. All jobs are not for you. So, if a job is for you, take your time, do a video, add your proposals to it, add your cover letter, you would land that remote job. And then it would help you make smart investments and do savings in 2026. Let me see if there's really anything. So, do we have any questions before I take like maybe